Hola descubridores, en esta ocasión estamos en el puerto de La Valeta, en Malta, para daros información sobre el trenecito turístico que podréis encontrar en esta ciudad. Si lo buscáis en Google encontraréis información sobre este servicio, más exactamente como Malta Fun Train. Allí os van a dar información sobre cómo llegar al punto donde sale este tren. De todas formas, desde el puerto de cruceros es muy sencillo. Solamente os tenéis que dirigir al ascensor que sube a la parte de arriba, que cuesta €1. Luego tendréis que atravesar los jardines y una calle a la derecha, dirigiros a la Catedral de San Juan. Y allí, enfrente de la puerta, sale este trenecito, aproximadamente cada media hora. Tiene un coste de €7 para adultos y 5 para niños y está habilitado para personas con movilidad reducida. El recorrido durará aproximadamente media hora, así que ya les dejo con una muestra para que se hagan a la idea. Como siempre, espero que les ayude a conocer un poquito más. Se suscriban y así podamos seguir descubriendo más lugares juntos. Nos vemos, cuídense.
Embarked on the construction of a new walled fortified city, known today as Valletta. The construction included 30 bastion artillery fortification walls, varying in height between 18 metres and 50 metres. Several deep ditches were also dug around the fortifications, and 2 gates were built, which are known as City Gate and Lodgement Gate. We are now making our way onto Republic Street, which is the main street and walkway in Valletta. On this walkway, located on your left-hand side, you will see the Maltese law courts. On your right-hand side, you will see the entrance to St. John's Co-Cathedral. This splendid cathedral was built between 1573 and 1577 during the reign of Grand Master de la Caserie. In this cathedral, one can view Caravaggio's masterpiece, The Beheading of St. John. One can also visit the Cathedral Museum, which contains priceless works of art, ancient hymn books, sacred vestments, and famous Flemish tapestries. It's 1831. Across the bay, one can see the town of Salima. Salima, which means peace and comfort, was once a quiet fishing village on the peninsula across from Marshall's Harbour, from Valletta. Today, the town of Salima is known for many shops, restaurants and cafe outlets. Salima is also a commercial and residential area and houses several high-quality 4- and 5-star hotels. Salima also has an impressive seaside promenade, which is very popular to walk along during the summer months. One can also catch the local ferry service, Valletta Ferries, which operates directly from Valletta Water Polo Pitch to the Salima Strand Jetty. We shall now stop here for a short period of time. You may wish to take some photographs of the view. Please kindly remain in the train. Was designed in the shape of a star. 4 towers stand on the angle spots to control the entrance to the 2 harbours either side of the fortifications. New solid constructive walls enclosed the perimeter of the fortress. These were once again soon to be put to the test when they came under the harsh onslaught of the Turkish forces during the Great Siege of 1565. The National War Museum is located in Fort St. Elmo, in the building known as the Old Drill Hall. The museum's collection on display focuses on the 2 world wars, 1914 to 1918 and 1939 to 1945. Shortly on your left-hand side, you will see the large granary stones resting on the paving stones in the front of the entrance to Fort St. Elmo. The granary stones underneath contained large pits dug out in the ground, which provided storage underground within the fortification in case of a siege. Coming up on your Coming up on your left-hand side is the Malta Experience. The Malta Experience is an audio-visual show and is one of the island's most popular tourist attractions, which is told in 16 different languages. The show tells the dramatic story over a period of a 7,000-year history. Educational, informative and entertaining, the show runs through the turbulent history of a small island nation. Opposite on your right-hand side, you can now see the old Sacra Infermeria. This hospital was one of the first buildings to be built in Valletta and started to function in the year 1574. Originally consisted of a large ward. The infirmary provided about 900 beds for male patients, who included knights, soldiers, sailors and foreigners. Maltese patients and slaves were also accommodated in another large hall below the main ward. Today the building is known as the Mediterranean Conference Centre. Session. 1943, almost 1,500 civilians died during the Second Siege of Malta. The monument was designed by the British sculptor Michael Sandel to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the presentation of the George Cross awarded to the Maltese Islands. If you now look to your right at the top of the Bastion wall is the beautiful Lower Braca Garden. Among the trees and the flower beds in the centre of the garden stands the monument in the form of a Greek Dormic temple to the memory of Sir Alex John Ball, who died in the year 1810. Sir Alex was one of the leaders of the Maltese insurgents against the French in 1798, when the French troops surrendered and the British annexed the Maltese Islands in 1800. Sir Alexander was nominated commissioner and later became the first British governor of Malta. On your left across the bay are the famous three cities, Victoriosa, Cospicua and Senglia. The three cities offer an intriguing insight into Malta and its history. Left largely unvisited, these cities are a slice of authentic life as well as a glimpse into Malta's maritime fortunes. Dominating the tip of Victorioso, Fort St. Angelo has been of great importance because of its strategic position, because of the role it has played throughout the Maltese history, particularly during the Great Siege of 1565. The fort has great emotional significance for the Maltese people. It has also gone through various changes throughout its history. Along the Victorioso waterfront, one will also find housed within the old naval bakery the Malta Maritime Museum. The museum charts Malta's maritime history within the Mediterranean. The museum houses numerous artifacts. We shall now stop here for a short period of time. You may wish to take some photographs of the Maltese Islands. As we now make our way through the tunnel, you will see on the right-hand side the entrance to the Upper Braca lift. The new lift started to operate in December 2012, linking the Grand Harbour to the Upper Braca Gardens and Valletta City Centre. It is located on the original site where its predecessor operated between 1905 and 1973. The lift is 53 metres high and can carry 21 people at a time and a total of 800 people per hour. The journey takes around 25 seconds, making it the quickest way into the city from Valletta waterfront. While visiting the Upper Braca Gardens, one can also visit the war rooms. They're located 150 feet below the gardens. The war rooms consist of a network of tunnels and chambers which were used as the British War HQ during World War II. One can also catch the local ferry crossing to the three cities when exiting from the lower level of the Braca lift.
No, pero somos aquí.
St Paul Boffa Hospital, formerly known as King George V Hospital, is not only a military building, but it was initially opened in 1922 as a memorial to the men of the Merchant Navy who died in World War I. Parts of the hospital were damaged in World War II and then rebuilt in 1948 under the premiership of Sir Paul Boffa. The hospital was renamed Sir Paul Boffa in 1976. The hospital has a beautiful stained glass window and also a decorative stone located above the main door entrance, which was originally from the Houses of Parliament in London, Great Britain. Now you can see on the right hand side the War Memorial, located on the main roundabout. The memorial is dedicated to over 6,000 Maltese citizens and nearly 1 million British servicemen who gave their lives during the Great War of 1914 and 1918. The monument is constructed from gozo stone and is shaped in the form of 5 crosses. After World War II, the memorial was updated to represent the fallen from both wars. If you look to your left now, you will see the entrance to Floriana Mall. Here one can see the granary stones once again resting on the stone slabs, and also a bronze statue to mark and commemorate the 21st of September 1964 as the day of Malta's independence from British rule. Now on your left hand side you can now see the Phoenicia Hotel. This beautiful hotel was constructed in the 1930s. It was designed in the style of Art Deco and is still regarded today as one of the top 5 hotels in Malta. Coming up shortly on the left-hand side is the magnificent refurbished Triton Fountain. The fountain originally became operational on the 16th of May 1959. However, the fountain deteriorated over subsequent decades, and then in early 2017, the fountain was dismantled and carefully restored to its original condition in time for Malta to celebrate Valletta 2018 European Capital of Culture.
No por ella, los otros. La del poco que hace.
The large impressive building one can now see with the two large cannons outside is called the Auberge de Castile. The building was originally constructed between 1571 and 1574 during the reign of Grandmaster Manuel Pinto de Fonseca and designed in the style of Baroque by the Maltese architect Andrea Belli. Coats of arms of Castile, Leon, Portugal, along with Pinto's personal coat of arms, is on the facade of the building, making it truly spectacular to view.